Hello and welcome. Today I am going to get this fence in. So what I've done is I've attached a bit of timber to the existing fence post there, and then I've levelled it out this way using my leveller. So I put that on that way and it's looking good, and then I've put that on that way and it's looking good as well. So what I need to do is when I put the postcrete in, and I put the water in and then the postcrete in and then leave it to set, I just need to bring the post forward and then I can let it, then I can use the leveller so that it's level this way, because it's level that way and that way, but not necessarily this way. So I'll just have to hold it in place until the postcrete sets. So let's get on with getting this first one in. So it says to fill the hole up about a third of it with water, and then put your concrete or postcrete in on top. Just need a stick. So I'm just trying to make sure it's spread around evenly. I'll put a bit more, I think. Should just around the back. So I've just brought the post forward a bit now, checked that it's level and it's fine, absolutely fine in this position. So I just need to hope that it will set in this position. So I'll just stay here for a couple of minutes, making sure that it's level and it's setting. Okay, that seems to be level now, and I can take my hands away and it seems to be upright. I don't want to push it too much, but I need to move on. Well, I don't need to move on for the next one. I'll leave this for 5 minutes and then I'll move on to the next one. But I hope I've done this right. I'm giving a very tentative wobble and it seems to be okay. So what I might do is I might leave that in place, put another batten along here to get on with the next post. Okay, I'm just going to pop a screw into this batten while it's on the floor. This is quite awkward to do. Kind of. Okay. Right. Let's hurry up and Ah! Ah, I need to... Right. Oh, I'll just... Right. Oh. There we go. Right. So that's level. Oh. Ah, yes, I forgot. It needs to be level in both ways, doesn't it? So it's level there. But it's not level there. So which way does it need to come? That way. And typically now I need to move that screw. Ah, it's gonna fall. I need a third hand. Ah, right. Expert precision here. Right, let's just check again. And let's just make sure that this one hasn't moved either. So, yeah, that one's still straight, which is great. Right, still straight that way. And then straight that way. And I'm going to have to do the same again where I hold it in place until it sorts itself out. Okay, there should be... It's a bit precarious, but it'll have to do. I've wedged it with the leveler. Let's just check again. Yep. Level that way. Level that way. So that's what it needs to be. Oh. I hope it's don't all fall down now. What I could have done with is a huge piece of timber that went from there all the way over to there. But sadly, I didn't have that. Oh yeah, it's setting now because it's a bit hard to get the stick in now, which is good. It's kind of what we want, isn't it? Right, make sure it's level. Level. Yeah, that's all level. Right, I am going to wait 5 minutes now for this to dry a bit more. The test will be when I take all the timber down, I suppose. While that's drying a bit, let's walk back and see if it looks level by eye when I turn around. So by eye, that looks fine. That looks all straight and good. I'm not talking about the timber going across. I'm talking about how upright the posts are looking. And they're looking good. They're not looking like one is going our way and one is going our way. They look fairly straight. So I'm pleased with that at the moment. So I'm pleased with how those posts are looking so far. Hopefully they'll stay upright when I take the timber out. But I've just come down to the far end of what isn't my allotment, it's my neighbour's allotment, to check on the state of their fence, because there's no point in me having a fence keeping out the bunnies and them having one that isn't. So let me show you the state of their fence. So I just thought I'd show you where I am at the moment, so you can see where that shed is. That is where my allotment ends. So this is somebody else's allotment, and in theory I could put a fence between my shed and their shed going all the way across there, but what I would rather do is fix the fence that's down this far end, because my thinking was, if nobody comes and claims this allotment, well, not claims this allotment, but if they say they're not going to work this allotment anymore, then maybe I will be able to take over this allotment. And if that's the case, I don't want to waste time putting a middle fence in just to replace it. But obviously, if somebody else comes and does this allotment, then we'll need to put in a fence. But I'd rather fix this fence here first than do the middle one. So this is their fence, and there is a gaping big hole here. Look at that. Look, there's even like a tunnel for them to come in and out. So this is on the wonk as well, like the one down there. So I think I'll replace this side as well. I will need to get in touch with the lady who is on the committee just to check it's okay for me to do this fence, but I should imagine she'll be fine with it, because well, you know, it'll be good if they try to rent out this plot or give this plot to me. You can never have enough space, see, can you, when you're growing? Right, let's go and check on that fence down there now, and hopefully we can move on to the next post. This is the first post I put in, and it looks like it's drying up quite nicely. If I come to the top of the post and I give it a gentle wobble, it doesn't move, and if I put a bit more pressure on, it's not really moving. I mean, I don't want to push it, you know, really really far, but that looks like a good job. The second one doesn't seem to have dried yet, so I'm a little bit concerned about that, because if I come to the top, it's got a bit more of a wobble, and this is the gate post, so kind of want that to be as sturdy as I can. So what I'll do now is I'll put another batten across here and do this fence post as well. Right, that took a long time. The reason I didn't put this one flush against this one is there's a slight bow in that wood, so it would be levelling down, you know, it wouldn't be straight. So I had to start again. So it's straight there now. Straight that way. And then needs to go that way like that, I think. Yeah. And then it'll be fine if I push it forward a bit. Right, cool. Let's get that going. Ooh. Banged my head then. Right, I'll just stay here for a minute. Make sure it pushes forward and it all sets nicely. Right, that's level in all ways now, so I'll just wait here for a few minutes until it sort of stays in that position where it's level, and then I can let it go again. But I am wondering, I was going to put these wooden battens along to staple my chicken wire in, but these wooden battens are 2 meters 40, which is the same length as the beds I'm going to be putting in. And I did buy these originally to make cloches at home, and I never got around to it, so obviously I'm going to make the cloches for the bed down here instead. So instead of using these, I might use the thick wire that I see everybody else using, because I think it'll probably be cheaper than the wood. You know, I can use the wood for other things. So I think I might have to go and buy some of that thick wire and run it in and do it that way. I think that might be better. It looks neater, I think, with the battens, but who knows how long I'll have this allotment for. So the cheaper the better. I shall have a drink of water while I wait. Here's hopefully to a good job. Well, I think you know the drill by now, so let me put you on a time lapse while I do the last 2 posts. I'll only stop the time lapse if something goes wrong. So let's crack on. Right, while I just wait for the final post, you know, the final 2 posts to dry, I'm going to take the gate off the old posts and I see if I can fix it, but I'm not sure if this gate is too rotten because it's got this missing bit here, so maybe the wood is not salvageable, as it were, but we'll give it a go. Two of those screws broke in the wood. Right. Those screws are coming through, so I will need to replace them because it's a bit dangerous to have the screws. I need shorter screws. So I'll pop these ones in for the time being. These are 50s, just to secure the gate. So I'll need to get a latch as well for that to hook into. Okay, now's the test. I'm going to take all the timber away and see if these posts stay up. It's a bit wobbly, that one. Lost a screw for that one. Oh no, I didn't. I found it. Okay. It's quite stable. Yeah. 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 Oh, that one. I didn't do that one. Right. Well, those are the posts done. Let's see if we can get the gate on. I think I'll leave the gate until another day. Yeah, I'll wait until the ground is levelled back and then put the gate on. Nice shot of me with the posts in the back. I'm going to pop home now and see if I've got any of that thick wire that I want to use. And I also need to go to the shop to get the staples that I can knock in to put the wire in place. So I'll catch you back here in a bit. Well, I've just put my stuff away that I bought to finish off the job, but you'll have to wait till next time to see what I do with them. So that's it from me for today. Thank you for watching. I've been Bethan, and it really has been a lovely job.